You're watching this video because you don't feel like you have control. You feel like you don't have control of your business. Your revenue is not where you want it to be, and just your business in general is something you feel like is out of your control, and instead of you running it, it runs you. Your energy is completely gone. You feel drained, and you don't feel like you have any energy to do the important things, only all of the procrastination actions that you're doing either way. Your productivity has gone to shits. You're not getting anything done, and you're just sitting there staring at your computer, and you don't really reach that level of deep work that we really, really want to, especially in entrepreneurship. Your actions doesn't reflect where you want to be, and you crave control over your actions because you feel like whatever input comes into your mind, that's just what you act on and what you respond to. Your progress isn't how you want it to be. You don't feel like it's you making progress. You just feel like you have flatlined and that you're just following the flow. Or maybe you don't feel like you have control over yourself. Maybe you feel like all of these things above makes you feel that everything else, all of the external factors are controlling you instead of the other way around. And I know this might sound like a lot, and why should you listen to me? Well, why should you listen to me? Well, I struggled with all of these. My energy was completely flawed. I was just laying on my bed staring at my phone all day, just doom scrolling for hours. I didn't get anything done, and once I got stuff done, it was so bad I can't even describe it to you. Like it was just so obvious that I had no energy doing it, and it led absolutely nowhere, and it actually pushed me further back in everything that I did. I wasn't fueling myself properly. I did not have the energy that my mind and my body needed to perform at the level I wanted it to perform at, which means that again, my energy was flawed and didn't get anything done. My actions weren't aligned with my goals. All of my actions were the complete opposite of what I wanted to accomplish. Like I mentioned, I was just doom scrolling, doing absolutely nothing for hours and hours at a time. And that was the complete opposite of what I wanted to do because I wanted to work on my business and I want to make sure that I actually made some progress and made some money. And I didn't feel in control of myself nor my business. I feel like all of the external factors that you can blame for your inactions were controlling me and not that I was actually controlling myself. And the same with my business. I felt like my business controlled me and it had to, it I had to work on it every single day. And because all of that pressure got built up, I just ended up doing nothing because it was way easier to procrastinate. And that ended up with me making no progress at all. And now I have done all of this that I'm about to show you, and it has helped me tremendously. And now I have accomplished exactly what you want to accomplish too. This is you. You crave control right now, but this is you. You rely on motivation or feeling like doing it before you actually get stuff done. And your energy levels just completely fluctuate. They swing throughout the entire day. Sometimes you are way up here and sometimes you're way down here. And you don't have any control of when you can get stuff done. You are most likely running on caffeine from morning till night. It's probably the first thing that you consume when you wake up, and you are just consuming way too much throughout the entire day, and that is absolutely killing your energy and then also your control over your energy, because again, these are the external factors that we want to limit to gain control of our energy. Your habits doesn't reflect your goal. Your daily habits, like I mentioned, if you the first thing you do when you wake up is grab a cup of coffee and scroll through your phone, that does not seem like control to me. It doesn't seem like you sit down and choose how your actions is going to bring you closer to your goal. It sounds like you are waking up and just responding to the first, little input or instinct that you get, which is for most of us, check our phone. That's not control. That's responding and relying on outside inputs and letting them dictate our actions. And lastly, your nutrition is holding you back. you're not fueling yourself properly. And like I mentioned, I wasn't fueling myself properly either. And that is one of the biggest blocks between where you are now and where you want to be in control, because you need the energy to do all of the rest of this stuff to gain that control. So I want you to ask yourself, how can you have control over external factors like your business or your relationship or whatever it may be that you crave control over when you feel like you don't have control over, when you don't even have control over yourself? If you can't wake up and actively fight the urge to just grab your phone and scroll through content for 30 minutes as the first thing each morning, if you can't, actually be disciplined enough to control what you eat or and control the habits that you have and make sure that those are habits that will bring you closer to what you want to achieve, then how do you expect yourself to have control over anything external like your business? It's that easy. You have to have control over yourself before you can have control of anything else. That's just the way it works. Now, this is where you want to be. You want to have control over your business. You want to feel like you own your business and not the other way around, and that your business works for you and you don't work for your business. You want to make sure that your income and your revenue is a thing that you control, because your work output directly determines the amount of money you make. You want to have control of your energy. You want to make sure that you feel energized throughout the entire day and that you don't have all of these big energy swings that most of us experience, because that just makes it completely impossible to know when you can expect to be productive and not. And you want to be fueling yourself properly. This might not be a thing that you know you want, but you actually do want it, because this is again what allows everything else to happen. Because you need the energy to fight the urge to scroll through social media in the morning. You need the energy to have the energy. Like you need the nutrition to have energy. Even though we're talking about mental energy stems from physical energy. Makes pretty well sense, right? You want your actions to be aligned with your goals. You want to make sure that whatever you're doing in your business and your personal life are aligned with whatever goals that you may have, and that those actions will be bringing you closer to those goals each and every single time you perform those actions. And lastly, you want to feel in control of yourself. Simple as that. You want to feel that control, that your phone doesn't control you, your work doesn't control you, the all of the external factors doesn't control you, and that you have complete and utter control of yourself, so you can decide when you're going to scroll on your phone, when you're going to eat out or eat junk food, when you're going to do all of these things that we normally think that we control, but we're actually controlled by these external factors. So this is where you want to be. At least I hope so. And then you may be wondering, how do I get there? Well, this is how you get there, in 4 simple steps. 4 simple steps. First of all, you need to fix your energy. How do you fix your energy? Well, step number 2, you focus on your nutrition. Because I promise you, if you lock in your nutrition and actually start to make sure that your body gets the right nutrients and the amount of those nutrients that it needs, your energy will completely skyrocket and stay there automatically. It's like, seriously, that is the biggest change that most people need to make. Just focus on your nutrition. And if you want some help with that, I have some free stuff that can help you out in the description below. Step number 3 is that you need to build habits that helps you gain control. So if what you want control of is yourself and your actions, and you want to make sure that your phone doesn't control you or the first thing that you do in the morning, then you make a habit that the first thing you do when you wake up is you wake up, maybe take a glass of water, and then go make some breakfast instead, or go to the bathroom. And maybe it is that you, the night before, leave your phone in the living room or in the kitchen so you don't have it with you in your bedroom. It is all of those small habits that in the long run will help you gain control over every single action that you have. Because we humans are people of habit. We're creatures of habit. So the more habits we can have that allows us to do the things that we want to do, the easier it will become. Our feeling of control will come to us. It's that simple. And then the last thing, you need to filter out the actions that aren't helping you, which is, it kind of ties up to the step above. Now, if scrolling through your phone first thing in the morning is one of the things that you want control over, and you want control over your phone and your screen time and your productivity from there, because it generally can kill your productivity for the entire day if the first thing you do is wake up and doom scroll for 30 minutes. And again, I'm just using this example. It can be whatever you have, but filter out the actions that you know are pulling you in the wrong direction of where you want to be headed. So again, if you want to limit your screen time and use all of that energy, because your mind uses energy to consume all the content that you watch. So if you want your mind to use that energy on being productive at work instead, and maybe even reaching that deep work state, then put your phone away. Put it in the kitchen or in the living room. Put it somewhere where you won't be taking or picking it up until as late as possible, right? So just to sum up, you need to fix your energy, and you fix your energy by focusing on your nutrition and focusing on being happy. I know this is a very woo-woo thing to say, but the easiest way to fix your energy is just to focus on the positive things. Like, let's say that you're making 15 grand a month in your business, and maybe you want to make 25 grand a month, but focus on the positive. You're still making 15 grand a month. That is still a pretty big number for most people. So focus on the good stuff and focus on your nutrition, and that is what will help you fix your energy. Compare that, or partner that up with good habits that will help you gain control, and you will be feeling in control in absolutely no time. I can tell you that when I did this, I saw some great results. After only 2 weeks, I started to feel my energy going completely through the roof compared to what it was, and it was stable. It wasn't, you know, fluctuating. It was high and it was stable, and that is one of the most important things. But maybe you have an energy high for 1 hour, but then what about the rest of the day? Then you're just completely low. That's not what we want. We want to fix the energy so we can get it to a good level, a high level, and then maintain it at that level for as long as possible. And that is done through nutrition and focusing on the good stuff. Because it's so much easier to feel bad and have low energy when you focus on the things that has low energy. So not to get too again, but everything has energy, and when you focus on the things with bad energy, that translates to you. Simple as that. If you want my help with doing exactly the same for yourself and fixing all of this and making it easy peasy to regain control over your productivity and your energy and your health, then there's a link to my free training and my free community in the description below. Just click the link and I'll see you soon. Till next time, my friend, take care, stay safe.